All right, welcome back to Pro Tools 10 lessons for the absolute beginner on Windows. I'm using Windows 7, and we left off last time creating two tracks, a mono and a stereo track, as we can see here in our edit window. But if we switch to the mix window, we can indeed see two channel strips that have been created, a mono and a stereo strip. We have our sessions set up, and things are looking pretty good. So let's import our first track. All right, under the File menu, head down to Import, and we're going to import audio, of course. Now let's navigate to our sound file. I'm going to provide you with a link to this sound file so we can play through the same material, and you can manipulate that sound file as well as the individual tracks. I will also provide a link for so we can do some practice mixing in one of the future lessons. All right, so we have our import dialog box here. When we click on our sound file in this window, in our locator, we can see we are presented with some information: the bit depth, the sample rate, the channels, whether it's mono or stereo, stereo being 2, mono being 1, of course, the length, and some other useful information. In this window here, after the clip is selected, we have the opportunity to audition it. We can hit play and hear if that's indeed the sound file that we want. So let's give that a listen. Cool, that's the one. We have a volume audition fader here so that we can reduce the volume. Cool, that is indeed the clip that we're looking for. And so we just hit add clip. And it's every track that's over here will get imported at once when we hit the done button. If we find out that, oh, we made a mistake and that's not indeed the version we want, or we're after a different track, we simply hit remove and we can go through the process again. So let's get that back in there, and we're going to hit done, and we'll see that we're going to import it to a new track rather than the clip list. And we're going to place it at the session start rather than these other options here. So I'm going to click OK. And indeed, we have our track pop up in our edit window here. If we flip to our mix window, we can see that indeed we have a stereo track being created with the automatic naming of the channel to the file, although it's been condensed. The file name has been condensed for the channel name. The strip name, that is. So let's take a little listen. We're going to hit the playback button, the 0 on the number keypad or spacebar. Cool. Hitting 0 again or spacebar again will stop playback, so you can do that, audition the piece. Now you can notice that this this clip here is quite small, and we might like it to fill up our field of view here. So another great shortcut to know about is the Control and right square bracket. Control and the right square bracket will allow us to zoom in incrementally, and the Control and left bracket will allow us to zoom out again. All right, zoom in and zoom out. Control and right square bracket. Cool, we got that. Now, let's take a look here at our tempo marking, and we can see that the default tempo right now is 120. Now that is not the tempo of this track. I happen to know this track is at 95. So let's do that. It's because I composed it, so I know it's at 95. I'm not magic or anything like that, but it's at 95. And now let's give a little playback, and we can watch the counters tick by, and they should be ticking by in time with the music. Here we go. Cool. That seems to be working nicely. Let's flip this little triangle here, get the track out of the way. All right, and that's about it for this lesson. So come back and we'll learn a little bit more. Don't forget to save.